Welcome to another edition of Natural Home on the Web. I'm the art director for the magazine, and the project that we've been working on is doing your vegetable garden from seeds into containers, which is a lot easier to transport and keep them moist, and you get a little more control on them. Here we are, we're going to start doing a container garden with all your vegetables. First you need potting soil, a few pots, these are just a few of what we're going to do, something to cover it up, some saucers. You also need various types of soils. I have markers so you can write down what you put in each plant, and then we'll start. What you want to get is your good organic soil. You want to fill up the pots almost to the top, because once you get it wet, it is going to compact some. And the seeds don't need to take up much room. Once you got your soil filled in your pots, you want to pick out which organic seed you're wanting to put in. This one I'm going to do chives. You might want to pour them in your hand first so you don't get too many and you don't be too wasteful with your seeds. Just kind of sprinkle them in over the top. You want to ensure that they do grow and it gives a nice full pot. Once you got them in there, just grab a little bit more soil, cover them in, pat them in gently, and give it a nice watering. What I like to do too is if I use the whole seed packet, you could always put the seed packet over a stick and mark it. If not, you could just write the name on it and mark it as well, so you remember what's coming up in that pot. Well, now that we've already seeded our containers, this was another thing that I like to do with the plants that you transplant. You get these little peat pots moist, they swell up. I put the seeds inside and you can see some of these guys are starting to germinate. I do this with flowers, bigger things like pumpkins, cucumbers, those kind of things. But the things that I sow straight into the pots that seem to be a little bit happier, what I did is remember we put the seeds in, I cover them with a little piece of Saran Wrap to keep the moisture in. I write carrots or radishes. Once they start sprouting, you take this off so they get plenty of air and keep them moist. Like there's our carrots already starting to sprout. Here's our radishes. And as soon as these guys in here get big enough, we'll transplant them into pots. So that's kind of how to do your vegetable garden in containers. Now everything here will get bigger, it'll grow, you can harvest it on your patio, it's great for kids, kids have fun with it. That way they learn how to eat better than what you're finding at your regular grocery store, not your natural grocers. But it's one way to really eat local.
Don't forget to check out more how-to videos at naturalhomemagazine.com.